But here I am, 'cause I've been laying under palm trees, waiting for the summer, knowing there's nowhere to go. 'Cause I am happy on this island, wanna be my funland. I don't ever want to leave, I'm in a tropic club.
Won't you say why you're a stranger now? Your eyes escaping mine when I sit you down. Don't you feel like we're holding on onto a fairy tale, but the magic's gone? Been months of bluffing the blushes and faking the butterflies. Wake up, yeah, I'm kicking the castle down. Ooh, yeah, I think it's time to talk. Ooh, yeah, I think it's time to talk.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to a Breacher's VRML cast. I am your host, Scorch, and today I decided to go with a webcam. I finally figured out how to set this up with the help of my good friend Juice, who is actually playing tonight. So, yeah. But anyways, let's just get straight into talking about this game. These are two teams that Valor is a new roster, but familiar with the captain in Crimson. And you see ZER0, which again is like a new roster that they are they disbanded, came back, and now most of the players I believe are the same, but there are a couple of new players. I believe Cybermilk and is it Taste? No, not Tasty. I don't know who else. One other person joined. Sorry, I don't have everything pulled up. But what I do have pulled up is the bans for today. So the bans are going to be Mall and Factory. and the maps have actually already been set up for right now. Map 1 is Skyscraper in the choice of Valor, and map 2 is Ship, and they also chose Ship. So for map 1, ZER0 elected to go for defense, and for map 2, it seems like Valor elected to go for map select. So this will be interesting, starting on or with ZER0 being home, and they chose defense, and Valor ended up choosing Skyscraper. This is going to be very interesting because Skyscraper is a very defensive heavy map, and the fact that Crimson, or Valor, I should say, chose Skyscraper, they might have something up their sleeve here. I mean, it's looking at the connoisseur votes. This was a challenge match that was created today, so there's not really going to be much. Just give me 1 second while I pull them up. I should have had this done before, but and live and you learn. The connoisseur votes is 10-7 in favor of ZER0. So looks like ZER0 is a little bit of a favorite in this game. They've also, I believe this might be their first game of the season. No, this is not their first game of the season. They played 3 games. They lost to Fire, one against BLC, and one against EFOC. So with that, if I can see any of the times, so it has just been Factory and Arctic that ZER0 has played constantly. So right now, nothing. We really have nothing for these 2 maps, as ZER0 has played only Factory and Arctic. And I believe Valor, this is their first game of the season, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, they have played Vanguard. They did play and beat Vanguard, and that was Dam and Mall. So these are 2 maps that are kind of mysterious, kind of hidden for both of these teams. I'm excited to see how this one's going to pan out, especially because of the way that Crimson IGLs and the fact that he chose Skyscraper, regardless of the fact that ZER0 chose defense. So I don't know. I'm excited, but I will be right back with you guys before the match starts. We're just waiting on a couple of more people, but don't go anywhere as we are just getting started.
Memories die out too hard. That we were traveling mountains just to find the loudest seas. We set down by the fire, knowing we could aim higher, but we didn't know that yet. So if you want something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here I am, 'cause I've been laying under palm trees, waiting for the summer, knowing there's nowhere to go. 'Cause I am happy on this island, wanna be my farmland. I don't ever want to leave, I'm in a tropic club.
Welcome back to the stream. We are now kicked into map 1, and right now we see it starts on the bottom floor. So I mean, I don't really, to be honest, I don't really play Skyscraper that much, so I can't really tell you whether or not which site is easier to attack, defend, whatever, because I just hate the map as a whole. Like, if there was one map that I would, like, ban off the face of the earth, it would probably be Skyscraper. So, I want to make sure, yeah, so everything is correct. So, ZER0 is on defense, yep, Valor is on offense. Yeah, so, Yeah, but we see a lot of people with their spectrals. You see a couple of sorry, my head is everywhere right now, folks. But we see a lot of people with, or two people, excuse me, with cyclones. The rest elect to go for spectral. And now we see a very quick move in on this Valor side, getting immediately in, dropping it down on the hatch, getting control, and now that it's B control, immediately as Juice looking to see if he can retake the site with that C4, does not end up getting anything. Tuck's able to take out Jason Voorhees as well. Spooky Splunge able to get that pick onto Tux. So we're already sitting at a 4v3 with Valor having full site control and EMP planted. It is a retake for this ZER0 squad as Spooky Splunge able to take out one, but not before immediately getting refragged by Crimson. Incen goes out by Cybermilk, but Crimson able to take him out. Now the iconic one looks to push up and takes out Shadow, and that was a very, very dominant first round in the hands of Valor, and it's just like I said in the very beginning, Valor's got something up their sleeve. Because holy crap, that was a really, really fast round. I was trying to make sure everything was in order, but so far already Valor up 1-0, and you saw them just immediately push in. There were two players in Juice and one other player sitting over near, I believe it was Cybermilk, sitting over in bathroom, waiting to deny entry and any of those sorts. And Valor just immediately pushed up and was like, you know what, if you guys are going to sit off site, play B, let's just see if we can just push right in, take control. And I mean, they were flooded. There was 3 players on A, 2 players on bathroom, so they played that very well, making sure to only check those 2 angles that they could enter from, not allowing any more picks, and a very easy cleanup for Valor on round number 1 with the EMP plant. So good job by them. And I am eager to see how this will pan out, as it seems like Valor might be going for another very, very quick play onto this lounge. You saw these players elect to repel quickly. Sorry, I could not think of the word. And now they're all 3 pushing into lounge with that drone going out. The Shadow is sitting on flank, but immediately gets taken out before that drone really saw him. So again, he still really has done no damage to this Valor squad. And Valor is already up 5-4 against this ZER0 squad. Crimson able to take out Jason Voorhees, and now that is already a 5-3 man disadvantage for this ZER0 squad. But Spooky Splunge able to even it up with 2 picks of himself with that Viper over on flank, but the iconic one able to refrag and Spooky Splunge, able to refrag and Spooky Splunge, and now it is Juice and Cybermilk, the only 2 players remaining for this ZER0 squad, electing to see if they can hold down this radio push. And these Valor players might rotate all the way around the long haul before electing to do anything else. But I don't know. We will see Juice with that iron sight. Now he's looking to see if he can get any more damage done, as he almost took out Tux with only, taking out half of his health. So now these 3 players are slowly going over this door. Maybe Juice might be able to take out one. He was not able to take out any of them, and now they're able to fully rotate, but these ZER0 players kind of sniffed that out, but it does not matter. The iconic one took out Cybermilk, and Canarip took out Juice, and just like that, it is 2-0 in favor of Valor, and they are starting on the attack. So if you are Valor, and if you're a Valor fan, this is exactly what you wanted for this Valor squad. I'm just like baffled, honestly. This is like, I know a couple of the players on ZER0, I know a couple of players on Valor, and while Crimson is the IGL, they're still relatively, like, they started forming, I want to say, 4 weeks ago or something like that. So ZER0 had more opportunities for them to build chemistry, and so far just completely dominant. But ZER0 is not out of this. If they can win this next round, start to snowball their way, move forward into winning the further rounds, then this could possibly be 4-2 with, I mean, going into your second half, winning 4 rounds in a row is best case scenario for this Zero squad. They don't want to be limping into this second half. So if they can push forward, move their momentum, all it does is take one. You take one round, keep going, building off that. It is 0-0 at the beginning of each round. So if you're able to go up 1-0 for each and every individual round, you could, for 4 rounds straight, that's 4-2. So, but I will stop talking about that, and now we are already into this third round. I feel like this game has already been kind of quick. Juice and Jason Voorhees elect to see if they can protect Lounge with Tuck sitting close on that window. C4 goes out. A little bit of damage done onto Devin Booker, but not fully, as flashes go out. Flashes Juice with that Incend. Now Tux is pushing up. Almost barely just not able to take out Juice as he's able to rotate back, but another player takes out Spooky Splunge, and now we're sitting at a 5v4 already. So far, Zero has not been able to get any sort of man advantage during this entirety of this match. Still remains for this round currently, but I feel like if they can get the man advantage, they might be able to do something here, but Foam goes out on the wall with the iconic one. Player sitting very, very close on that wall, so the now gets blown, and Juice able to take out one, and Cane Rip, but gets refragged by Tux, and Jason Voorhees gets another one. Crimson gets another, and the Shadow refrags, and the Shadow able to take out Crimson. So now this is the first man advantage that the Zero squad has had this entire map. Can they take advantage of it with Tux sitting on 32 HP? That Incend almost takes out Shadow, but Shadow able to barely avoid it to get close on that corner, and Tux now electing to go for the wall, but Shadow able to take out Tux. And now that is, look at that, that's a thrifty coming from Zero. So Zero elected to kind of save so they could all buy the next round, but they were able to win that round and still able to buy the next round. So you see a couple of a few Maruis. I believe there was a fourth one bought. Maybe not. I think Splunge might have sold it. Oh, no, he has a Vezin. So there was a Vezin, 3 Maruis, and now an Omen for this Zero squad. And you see on the other team for Valor, I mean, their economy is kind of hurt right now. Crimson has $0. He might be waiting for somebody to buy a weapon because I don't think having a Jesper is quite right. But he also has a drone in hand. So if we take a look at Crimson's, he might actually just have a Jesper. He might have just bought Uto. I'm not quite sure where his gun went. But now, actually Crimson just now has the drone. But I will shut up. You see the 2 other Maruis. Okay, so he does have an Omen. There's 2 Maruis in the hands of Valor. 3 Maruis actually in the hands of Valor, and 2 SMGs. So in terms of evenness, it's a little bit sided towards this Zero squad, but ultimately Valor has been able to put work on them on the attack, but Zero, they got that first round. All they need to do is continue and keep up moving forward. There's a stalemate going on right now as Tux looking to see if he can get that first kill, but the Shadow denies him of that first pick, and Devin Booker able to refrag, however, on Shadow. So now that is 4-4 evened up, but maybe a little bit more in the advantage of Zero as it is defense, and Cane Rip is also low. Now that Stim goes in hand, so I would say a little bit more, again, more favored towards Zero, still having 3 rifles in hand versus, well, I mean, he picked up the Marui, so 3 rifles versus 3 rifles and an Omen. Not too sure what Valor elects to do here. They are seeing they can get this full A site control, or excuse me, outside A control. I'm not sure what this place is called because, again, I do not play Skyscraper, but now the wall is getting foamed. Wall's getting foamed by Devin Booker, but Cane Rip able to take out Juice. Incend goes out to deny these players from pushing up quickly. Jason Voorhees losing a lot of health, and Cane Rip able to take him out. And Cane Rip almost looking to see if he can get some wall bangs on another player. It's a little bit of damage, but not a pick, as Spooky Splunge able to push out and take out the iconic one. Devin Booker able to refrag, and now if we go over towards Cane Rip, he is now waiting patiently as Cybermilk is the only remaining player for this ZER0 squad. He might just elect to save the gun, as that first round went so well, but now continuing just did not pan out the way it should have. Cybermilk just elects to save, and honestly, it was pretty dominant towards the side of Valor. You saw that Shadow was able to get that first pick, but immediately got refragged, making a 4v4, and then Valor just waited for the stim to go off on Canerip before able to push in, and they were able to get the picks needed. Canerip got that S-tier Incen on a player because it looked like he was in that Incen for the longest time. You saw him use a stim to try and get out and was just unable to. So good play by Valor to be able to secure 3 rounds on the attack. Honestly, great job by them. And this VCam thing is gonna annoy me. I have a green screen, but the VCam thing is going to annoy me so much. Let me do, because I just noticed something. Bear with me, folks, as I am changing the transform of Valor. It looks like they are just a little bit too... Yeah, that looks better. There we go. Alright, that looks a little better. I mean, I gotta change zeros as well. But let's wait until after the round is over. We are now heading into round 5. Almost the switch round, and ZER0, honestly, I mean, they're not looking very good right now, as Devin Booker already taking out Shadow. That is 5-4 in the man advantage of Valor, so not looking very good for this ZER0 squad already, as these players are spread out thin as well. Like, you see one player sitting up on the hatch, or excuse me, upstairs, another player in B, a player in A, and one player in bathroom, but they are all so far away from each other that if they need help, they really can't. So, Valor can isolate the 1v1s, but Jason Voorhees with that S-tier C4, able to drone him out. Another player being able to get droned out is Juice, sitting close on that bathroom side. Now he's electing to push back a little bit to see if he can collect with his team. 4-4 still, so looking slightly better for this Valor squad. Taking a look at Juice over here. He got 2 picks in Crimson and Tuck, so good job by Juice to be able to secure those 2 kills. Now he's done looking to see if he can get a 3rd, maybe even a 4th for this round. Those blind fires are going out. Everyone knows he's the best at blind firing. A lot of wallbang chip damage done on Devin Booker, but no kill, as now Canerip able to take out Cybermilk. And now Devin Booker and Canerip are both secured in A. Plant down on EMP, but they have 2 players to ZER0's 3. ZER0 now elects to go for the retake. One player pushes up on the connector. Can he get any picks? It's Juice, as he's able to take out one, but immediately refragged by Canerip. And now Canerip also took out Spooky Splunge, so it is a 1v1, as it is looking so well for this Valor squad, and Canerip able to take out Jason Voorhees, and he is putting up the work. Taking a look at the leaderboard, he is 7-1 for this Valor squad. Good job by Canerip to put in the work to secure possibly this map 1, and going up 5-1 on attack. ZER0's got to have something up their sleeve on this skyscraper map if they want anything to do with winning map 1. It's gonna be close. This is either going to be 7-1 or it's going to be overtime, because I've seen multiple situations in VRML, in ranked. I mean, ranked is not that much of a tell for whether or not teams can win, obviously in VRML, because ranked is just 5 individual players unless you're stacking with people. But I've seen multiple instances where defensive maps ended up being attacking for some reason, where these players are really good at attacking. They pull off and they're like, oh my gosh, we're going into our defensive round up 5-1. Like, we got this, and then end up folding. So this is either going to be 7-1 or 7-6. Not saying the other one, Blue Slayer. But now we get into round 6, the switch round for both of these teams. On the first map being Skyscraper. Shadow looking to see if he can push out and get any picks that he can, but he elects to go back closer. So now VALOR has full control of this vending. What is it called? Server side. Again, I don't really play this map that much, so server side. As Shadow looks to see if he can push out, but gets taken out by Canerip. And I was trying to go to his perspective in time, but Canerip able to take out Shadow. Already 5-4 man disadvantage, taking advantage of Shadow overcommitting and over swinging. So now these players are going out of server, allowing this control. And Juice able to take out Canerip, as I saw close from the... Oh, not from servers. Thought it was from servers, but he was able to take out one player on that flank all the way back in the hallway. And now it is a 4-4, even up. Wall gets blown into servers, and ZER0 is just keep guessing on what this VALOR team is going to do. I think that's what VALOR is trying to do. Get in the heads of ZER0 is the iconic one, able to take out Spooky Splunge. Crimson see if he can look up and plant the EMP, but gets taken out by Juice. And now the iconic one gets another kill with that Incense. So now it's all up to Juice in a 1v3 as Tux takes out Juice. And that is a 5-1 shutout for this VALOR squad. And it is not looking good if you are a ZER0 fan. But it is also map 1. So anything can happen on map 2, especially considering that it is ship. And I believe... I think it's ZER0. ZER0 starting on defense. I believe it's ship and ZER0 starting on defense, if I'm not mistaken. If I am, that's my fault. But if I'm not mistaken. So, ship is also more, I would say, an attack-sided map, especially with how we are seeing VALOR right now attack. I mean, this could be really bad for this ZER0 squad. But, I mean, only time will tell, as VALOR is looking to be back into their master form against ZER0. And oh, I did not switch that. Oh, that sucks. I'm doing it in game so it doesn't look bad. Apologies to the people who are watching. ZER0 is just a little crooked, and I thought I fixed it, but I guess not. I think I forgot to do this one. Let me just center it. There we go. All right, so now that is everything set up, and we get into this 7th round, the first round of the switch, and VALOR elects to go for a roam play, as there's only one person sitting in sight. They heard that the ZER0 players are pushing this this lobby side. Tux able to take out 2. Juice takes out 1. Spooky Splunge takes out another, and the iconic one, Devin Booker, takes out 1. And Jason Voorhees takes out 1. So it is already a 2v2 with only 1 minute 55 seconds left on the clock. This was a very, very quick round. Canerip at full HP along with Jason Voorhees, and Tux and Shadow not looking the greatest. Incense goes out with Shadow. Now he elects to push up, so even take out 1. Jason Voorhees not able to take out Canerip, as he is able to take him out through the smoke, and is all up to Shadow on 39 health. Canerip on 56. So realistically, these guys are one shot through the head, as Shadow able to take out 1 on Canerip, and now all he has to do is land his first shot before the headshot happens, and he's not able to take out Tux, as Tux is able to secure round 7 for VALOR, and now it is 6-1 in the hands of this VALOR squad. And if I were ZER0, if you end up losing this round, I would call a timeout, figure out what you're doing wrong before moving forward, because this is just... yikes. There we go. Actually, I didn't even notice I could do that. There we go. Okay, so that's a little better. I mean, I'm floating a little bit, but now you can actually see. So, yeah, but Valor is putting on a staple round. It's a staple first map. I believe this is the first time they've actually been casted in a VRML match, or for this season at least. So they are really putting in the work, showing this world, the Breachers world, that they still got it. They're still up there with the best and trying to perform at the best that they can. Although with some of these dominant teams that we see with potential top 7, Valor could end up fighting for CC for the first season, but we will find out as time will tell. And already Crimson electing to see if he can try and get a pick quick, but gets taken out by Cybermilk. And Devin Booker now elects to see if he can get to Cybermilk, but not anything done, as Cybermilk able to take out 2 players. So now it's looking a little bit better for this ZER0 squad, as they are now pushing up on a 4v2 with Juice able to take out Iconic, making it a 4v1. And now it is all up to Canerip, and Cybermilk takes out Canerip. So if you're ZER0, like, you just saw Cybermilk like kind of plant the EMP like that. He looks angry. ZER0 looks angry right now. They're like, we should not have lost 5-1 going over onto the Switch map. Like, we should not have done that. We got to be more dominant. We got to show more force. And so far, they are doing pretty well with that, as Valor might Jesper save. It looks like they might Jesper save. So this is extremely smart on the Valor side. Let me turn back on my cam real quick so I can explain. This is extremely smart, as we have seen time and time again, players lose 6-1 and lose 5-1. They end up losing 7-6, they end up losing 7-5, and it's because of the eco. It's because they constantly buy over and over again, thinking, oh, we just need one more round, let's just keep winning. Oh, let's just try and win. Valor is doing a phenomenal job making sure that they have enough money to set up site, have the guns needed, and everything to secure. And oh, okay, there is that's going to be interesting. There's a spider on my camera, but they are electing to go for a complete save, but Canerip already able to take out 1 with that. I have no idea if my camera will be set up properly, but I guess we will find out, as I just killed the spider. So now, sorry folks, now it is already a 4v2, as it's kind of just assumed that Valor would not win this round, buying all 5 Jespers, Tux and the Iconic one sitting close on this back roam. Where are they going to protect, as now they elect to push in through this radio side? The Iconic one now, let's see if he can get 1 pick to ruin the eco for this ZER0 squad, and they seem to have done it themselves. Getting, I got it, let's go. TKing 1, and the Shadow takes out the last player. So now, let me turn back on my cam to make sure it's good. But now, ZER0 has won 3rd straight. Ooh, that does not look good. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's fine. I wanted to put this out of the way, but whatever. Now, ZER0 has won 2 straight, 3 total. So might be crawling their way back, but I mean, everyone should have predicted it. So now that Valor was able to do that, they're able to full buy 5 rifles versus 4 rifles and a Viper coming in the hands of Juice. And they're still able to kind of afford, if they somehow lose this round, they're still able to afford going into the later rounds. But for ZER0, I mean, it's not looking that good for ZER0, as Valor was able to do that. Playing it smart, being just saving altogether. And now I turn off this saving altogether, and Cybermilk immediately electing to go for the window break on both towards the radio side. But there are 2 trips sitting close on this window. So Valor trying to predict ZER0's way. And now with that new use of the drone by Juice, with the exploding drone. They were able to take out the trips without even having to worry about it. And now this ZER0 squad has control. Flashes go out. C4, unfortunately, I don't know how it doesn't kill a player. Iconic One was not seen, and he was able to take out Spooky Splunge and able to take out Jason Voorhees. That is already 5-3 man disadvantage for the ZER0 squad as they just do not know what to do. Juice picks up that Vezin finally, so there's no longer an SMG in play. Shadow able to take out Crimson as Crimson able to take out one. Shadow able to take out another, but Devin Booker able to take out Cybermilk, and Shadow able to take out a third. Able to take out the fourth, but Tux takes him out with that blind fire, and that was a very, very quick round. I was trying to cast everything, but that is map number one going in favor of VALOR. And as I will go into here real quick. As we see, oh, wow, I screwed up. Hang on. There we go. As we saw, VALOR did have something up their sleeve, being so dominant on that first map. And I will be back with you guys on map number 2, so do not go anywhere, as I feel like ZER0 might also have something up their sleeve for this map.
Traveling mountains just to find the loudest seas. We set our mind afire, knowing we could aim higher, but we didn't know that yet. So if you want something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here I am, 'cause I've been laying under palm trees waiting for the summer, knowing there's nowhere to go, 'cause I am happy on this side.
Hello everybody, I am back, and as we see, ZER0 has not elected to go for their timeout, and they've wanted to just go straight into this map number 2. Let me switch the sides real quick. There we go. As they elected to go straight into map number 2. And we see map 2 overlay. Give a point to VALOR. So VALOR now has one map down in the books. All they need to do is win the second map. Ship is the call for map 2. Yep, there we go. Ship is the call for map 2. And ZER0 already seeing if they can go for it. But this is like, oh my, I'm honestly surprised at what VALOR is doing. Shadow able to take out Canarip. Crimson able to take out Shadow for refrag. C4 goes out to see if they can break that wall. Wall is now broken. Tux goes to plant the EMP. Iconic One takes out Juice. Tux looking to see if he can take out a second. But Cybermilk is able to take out one with their Incend, and another player with their pistol. Tux now takes out one, but Cybermilk able to refrag and is all up to the Iconic One versus Cybermilk, and the Cybermilk able to take out the Iconic One, and VALOR just immediately rushed right into B because a lot of people set up for A in the workshop, and no teams even realize that they're pushing towards the B side. That they're like, you know what, I'm just not even gonna push it. So good job by VALOR to kind of exploit that, but not a good finish by VALOR, as ZER0 was able to retake and flood site to defuse the EMP. It did come down to a 1v1, so it was a very quick round, not very good for analyzing because it was just kind of everywhere. Blink and you miss it. But now ZER0 has collected their first lead of this match, starting on map number 2, already going up 1-0. Hopefully they can snowball their way into winning more of these rounds to possibly bring us into map number 3. I'm always an avid enjoyer for map 3, as some of you guys probably are, because that's more gameplay. So I'm excited to see how that will pan out. Tux is now on the window with Juice and Jason Voorhees, along with the Shadow playing Coast. I believe Jason Voorhees is actually Michi. So Juice, Jason Voorhees, Juice, Michi, and Shadow. And Juice already getting an S tier C4 with that S tier C4 onto Canerip. And I have played with him several times. He is too good with that C4. And it is already showing, putting up to good use. I believe he's already gotten a couple of kills this map. And another Incen goes out. And this Incen just fails on this VALOR side. Flash goes out. Shadow and Juice are both flashed. Crimson able to take out Shadow. Looking into this POV. He's almost able to take out that one player sitting close onto Birthing. Now elects to push back. Let's see these VALOR players. Devin Booker, Crimson, the iconic one, and Tux still remain for this VALOR squad, but they are not looking very good on that health. And ZER0 all at 100, so 400 health versus maybe 250. So it's like it's basically half of the health that VALOR has for this ZER0 squad. And there is no stims bought on this VALOR squad, so not looking very good for VALOR. But Tux now, Juice pushes out, and takes out Devin Booker. Crimson able to refrag Juice. But now that wall is blown from Tux. 3 players remaining, 1 on flank. Crimson seems to think that there is one lurking. Then there is, he is correct, it is Jason Voorhees, and a player sitting close is able to not take him out, but Crimson looks to get the refrag, and now Spooky Sponge pushes up, takes out Tux, looking to see if he can get the second, and now Crimson pushes up with that EMP, plants down, and he baited the plant, looking to see if he can take out one. Oh, that would have been beautiful as they stacked up, but ZER0 able to shut down Crimson, and that is round 2 secured for this ZER0 squad on map 2. So looking better for ZER0, as we could potentially see a map 3. Looking at the comments on this stream. Hello Blue Slayer, hello Super Andrew, hello Dreamer, hello Jack Breacher. Thank you guys for coming along, and hello to everyone else who has come along, and either right now or in the future, as I see 7 people watching. So if you are new here, VALOR 1 map 1, it was 7-3, I think. 7-3. I should have done this earlier. 7-3, I believe, was the thing. Yeah, 7-3 in favor of VALOR. It's either 7-3 or 7-4. I can't remember which one it was. I believe it was 7-3. Yeah. Sorry. I'm casting, so for anybody who cares, I don't know if you guys care, but I'm casting on one monitor. I'm trying to get a second and third monitor to be able to kind of pull everything up, but right now I have to kind of hide breachers in the process of doing everything. So just bear with me a little bit as Incen goes out, no damage done, flashes go out, Cybermilk able to take out the iconic one, looking over towards Cybermilk, maybe he can get a second or third pick, but Shadow takes out one as he elects to go back. Spooky Splunge able to take out 3 players in Devin Booker, Crimson, and another player, I believe it was Canerip. And that is a flawless coming from ZER0, and they are definitely angry from map number 1. as, I mean, you can see they are just dominating right now on map 2, starting on the defense. And I honestly thought that this was going to be pretty, sorry to ZER0, but I thought this was going to be lopsided again in Valor's favor because, Ship, I feel like, is an attack map for teams that know how to attack. And Crimson, I believe, is one of the most offensive-minded players out there. And he is such a good IGL, so I'm sorry, ZER0. I really thought that this was not going to happen, but I'm glad. I'm really glad it is happening. I'm glad you're able to step it up and put in the work to be able to secure these rounds for yourselves and prove to yourself that you can win against Valor. Map 1 was not very well, and maybe it was just Skyscraper. Maybe this team hasn't played Skyscraper, but Map 2 so far looking very, very good for this ZER0 squad. Round 4 is now underway. The drone goes out to check if there are any players that are able to push up quickly on weapon. C4 goes out, but no damage done as that player is already dead on close flank. Now Canerip tucks an iconic push up. Canerip able to take out Splunge. Juice looking to take out another. Pushes out, but gets taken out by Tux. So now the iconic one, Crimson and Tux, are the 3 remaining players against ZER0 and Jason Voorhees and Cybermilk. Can Michi and Cybermilk do the unthinkable, win a 2v3 and go up 4-0 against this Valor squad, especially with how you played map number 1? Those wall bangs almost connects with Tux, but unfortunately just barely misses as Crimson able to push up. Flashes going out, Incen goes out, C4 goes out and takes out Crimson, but Tux able to refrag in Cybermilk. It is all up to Jason Voorhees as he swings, but is not able to take out Tux. As Tux finally secures himself, or excuse his team, map 1 of this ship side. And a little bit better of a defense for this ZER0 squad, but it was not enough against this Valor squad. And you saw Valor on round 1 on that downstairs elected to go for a very, very fast B, and then all of a sudden they decided to switch it up and go A, which honestly that makes sense. B would really only work once, I would think, but you saw as ZER0 was still ZER0 was still kind of pushing and protecting that A site. I mean, there really was nobody towards B, maybe one in shadow, but after A was pushed, he pushed back. So ZER0 still was like, maybe they're having goldfish memory. Maybe they're like, oh, they're not going to do it again. Let's not worry about it. And thankfully, it didn't happen that time. But I don't know. I feel like if Valor pushed B, they could have gone somewhat differently, considering that there are rifles now in the hands of this Valor squad. But nonetheless, now Valor elects to go for yet again another off-meta play as they are droning up top. Maybe they don't realize that that is downstairs and not top floor. I mean, I've done that a couple of times. They're pushing up, trying to see if they can get any sort of... Okay, so the flash, or excuse me, the foam does go out. So they do know that it is downstairs, and they are attempting to push this dartboard side. These ZER0 players now realize where they're going, and a rotate has now occurred. So there are 3 players on ZER0 who have sat and waited on dartboard with that hatch going out. It's sure it probably baited a couple more players. Now they're going back and securing this bunk side. So good job by Valor to kind of fool this team, realizing, hey, we're not going to push that, but we're gonna push you guys all out of the way so we can get control a lot easier. Now nobody is in this side. Cybermilk electing to go for some wall bangs. You see Shadow on that flank, but pushes back as the iconic one able to take out Juice. Switching over towards the iconic one. See if he can get any more picks. That C4 is now down for this ZER0 squad as they are unable. I believe the detonator is also nearby, so they're unable to pick that up. But Shadow able to take out Devin Booker. And now... look to see if you can push out, take out any more, but that wall is blown. Just barely not able to get that player. C4 goes out on Spooky Splunge. No damage done, however, so gone. It came and went as Crimson takes out Spooky Splunge. So now it is a 4-3 man advantage towards this VALOR squad. Looking a little bit more favorable, but Shadow able to take out Tux before those Flash was able to really connect and make any sort of damage on this VALOR squad. But Shadow now pushes up, takes out one, takes out another, and Crimson is all up to this. It was all up to Canerant, but Shadow able to ace for the ZER0 squad. And that is 4 rounds in the hands of this ZER0 team. Bot Emil has now entered the chat, but that is a lot better for this ZER0 squad. Realizing, hey, we went down, it was 4-1, went possibly going down 5-1 for this VALOR squad, but they were down 5-1. They're like, you know what? Let's just do exactly what they did to us. Let's push up. Let's get the picks needed. Let's win the game. And they did very, very well so far. 4-1, looking to see if they can secure that 5th round. And I'm not quite sure how this is going to pan out once again, because Ship is very, very 50-50. If you know how to attack very well, you could have 5-1 on attack. VALOR knows how to attack very well, but so far they are down 4-1. ZER0's defense is just stronger on Ship than VALOR's attack. I want to see how that will pan out. I really don't know who is going to win still for these two teams. Crimson elects to drone. Smoke goes out, but not before. He was barely able to see. C4 is a double kill by Juice to take out those two players, but Canerant goes back with a double kill of his own. So right now these players are going blow for blow. 2 kills from Juice, 2 kills from Canerant. The Shadow takes out Tux. Shadow looking to see if he can make it a double kill onto Canerant. But Shadow now makes it a double kill onto Crimson, but Canerant able to take out Shadow. So Canerant has to ace in order to keep his team alive for this first half shutout. But he has that Aril, so it's not looking very likely against these 2 one-shot rifles, still on 53 HP. So it's iffy. It's not looking good for Canerant. Now he's jiggle peeking. Holy crap, I don't know what is going on. Now he is jiggle peeking, trying to see if he can get any sort of info. Still, he gets a little bit of damage done on by those trips, but he did have that stim, so was at 100, now at 71, and now he picks up that Marui before he had an Aril. Now he's info peeking close, but he's not able to take out Jason Voorhees as he slams the door shut for any possible ace/comeback for VALOR. And now that is a 5-1 shutout for this ZER0 squad. And they look very, very good going into the second half. I mean, if you're VALOR, maybe you take a timeout. I mean, ZER0 didn't take a timeout. They realized they didn't need it. If you're VALOR, maybe you should take a timeout after this, realize what went wrong and how can we fix it. And I do not know any of the information for map 3, so this is all up in the air. Kind of excited to see how it will pan out. Already Jason Voorhees with a pick onto Crimson. Shadow able to take out the iconic one. Spooky Splunge takes out Tux. So this is a very dominant hold by this ZER0 squad. Canerant able to get an S-tier Incen onto Spooky Splunge. Cybermilk takes out Devin Booker. Canerant takes out Shadow. And Juice able to refrag Canerant. And now this is the same thing that we saw before. ZER0 is up 6-1 in dominant fashion as VALOR was on map 1. So map 3, I mean, could it be another dominant play by one team or the other, or could it be an overtime watch? I'm not quite sure, but ZER0 right now putting in the work with that fast push, realizing they're just not allowing this VALOR team to even think about how they're going to defend. They just push right in onto these drones, flashed out, did all the incend damage that they needed to be able to secure any of those picks. And now ZER0 is looking at overtime, or excuse me, VALOR is looking at overtime if they want to win map 2, and ZER0 is looking to bring it in to map 3. So for all intensive purposes, I think, folks, we are looking at a map 3, but only time will tell. 7 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have now gone into the potential last map. A lot of headshot damage done onto Crimson already by Shadow, and a little bit of damage done onto Shadow, but he was able to stim up, and now VALOR does not have any stims. It seems like that they only have a little bit of util for this squad, or for this push to defend it at all. Incend, or excuse me, nade, incend, flashes go out. Devin Booker and Crimson both have no idea where they are. Canary able to take out 2 as Crimson gets 1 with the incend. So even though these players elected to go for full, like there's no util bot, and there were so many flashes and stuff going out, and now Tux able to take out Jason Voorhees, and that is 6-2 as VALOR secured almost a flawless on this round. And VALOR might be climbing back. I mean, that was a good round to start. If you're a VALOR fan and you are on the VALOR team, that is a good start against ZER0. You want to just move forward, get one at a time until you continue snowballing, going further and further into possibly securing the next round. But it takes one. Just one round at a time. And VALOR so far is doing exactly that. They're realizing, hey, let's just get one round at a time. There's still a lot of full buys coming from VALOR, as they should, as this is a do or die moment. And ZER0, like, we're just seeing a repeat from the last map. ZER0, last map on Skyscraper, VALOR was up 6-1. Then ZER0 crawled their way back, making it 6-2, and VALOR realized, hey, listen, let's just save this round, see what happens. Jesper save, no utils, no anything bought. There's a little bit of util and one spectral bought for this ZER0 squad, but they're really doing the same thing that VALOR did. Canerip takes out Jason Voorhees and takes out Cybermilk and takes out Juice. So 3K with that Marui as he was able to get the necessary headshots. And I am still on the thing. Whoopsies, as he's able to get the necessary headshots onto these 3 players. And Canerip sitting on Ace Watch. If we take a look at the POV of Canerip, he seems to be moving back and forth, not really knowing what to do with himself with that 3K that he had. 2 Jespers in the hand of Shadow and Splunge. See a player in Shadow who is just sitting close with that. It seems like a Bear Jesper. Yeah, so it is a Bear Jesper, which means that he full saved. I mean, obviously, but now VALOR looking to push up, and Tux able to take out Shadow and takes out Spooky Splunge. And so that is 3 picks from Canerip to start, 2 picks from Tux. And that is 6-3, and as we predicted, it would be 6-3, depending on how ZER0 played that. But they had all pistols, and now they're electing to go for 3 buys and a Huracan buy, as well as a I always forget what that gun's called. I just call it P90 sometimes. I always forget what that gun's called. I can't think of it for the life of me right now. I don't know why I can't think of that SMG. But we see a 5 full buy from this VALOR squad as they are still in do or die desperate moments. As ZER0 is now electing to attempt to win this round, and they're still kind of down. They're really still down, and if I was ZER0, maybe you like to go for one more save. I mean, you see there's a couple of people that can't really afford on your team, so they're going for a shotgun and SMG. But if Tux just fires a little bit, he might be able to get that headshot. Or maybe not. I'm not sure if he can able to see it. C4 goes out. No damage done as no players are in. Now Cybermilk elects to push in quickly with that flash. And he realizes that the C4 is gone. Devin Booker able to take out Spooky Splunge on that top floor, but Shadow immediately able to refrag in Devin Booker. Now those incens go out for this VALOR squad, and I am lagging a little bit. Sorry, folks, that is a little bit laggy. Nade goes out, no damage done. Juice elects to push back a little bit. Tux and Crimson both in med for this VALOR squad. ZER0 at a standoff. Tux able to take out one in Juice, looking to see if he can collect a second. Canerip able to take out Shadow, so Jason Voorhees able to take out Tux, but Crimson immediately refrags, and now Cybermilk is sitting in the smoke for the ZER0 squad, and now he elects to go for the save. And we are looking at a potentially 6-4, which basically is 6-4. Oh, maybe he might not, actually, because he doesn't want to give the stims in the hand of VALOR if he's electing to go for that hatch push. It seems like the iconic one is just waiting for somebody to push down so he can... This is... I don't know if I would do this if I was Cybermilk. You have 350 to your name. I would just run back, get the stims, and just save. Now he elects to push down, takes out two, but not able to take out that third, as the iconic one takes out Cybermilk. But that was a very valid attempt. I mean, just push down, but I don't know. I wouldn't have done that. I would have just saved the gun. Maybe ZER0 is saying maybe you should have saved or whatever, but oh, well, I guess that's fine, actually. Now that I'm seeing, yeah, it's fine. They're able to full buy. They're full buying going into this round. Oh, nope, Splunge is now electing to go for an RCP. RCP, that's what it's called. It's called an RCP. Electing to go for that RCP buy. I don't know why it just clicked now, but electing to go for that RCP buy, and now you see, it's going to be even. Oh, two RCPs. Never mind. There are two RCP buys coming from Cybermilk as well, and it's still, it is more in favor of VALOR now that I saw that second RCP, but it was kind of even because the real long range is long range for the double headshot, but the RCP is close range, and this map is kind of close range, so that double headshot still kind of counts. I would consider maybe both of those weapons being a little bit more even, especially at least for this site. You see two players for this ZER0 squad is trying to funnel everyone else away from this B site. Now Juice, Shadow, and Jason Voorhees are looking to push up, but Iconic one was not fooled by that as he was able to take out one, but Crimson another one with the trips and a double kill on by Spooky Splunge, and Jason Voorhees tries to push up on that player. So 3-3 is going to be a B site take as Spooky Splunge now pushes up, and these players do not know that he is in. But one might know now. He does know, giving out that comms. But Juice able to take out one with the Incen, and Spooky Splunge will take out Canerip, and now it is all up to Devin Booker to possibly clutch it up. But Spooky Splunge pushes through the Incen, all balls to the wall, and takes out Devin Booker and says, "Hold my beer." And now that is 7-4 in the hands of ZER0, and we will see a map number 3, so do not go anywhere, folks, because this is getting interesting.
summer, knowing there's nowhere to go. 'Cause I am happy on this island, wanna be my farmland. I don't ever want to leave, I'm in a tropic club. I remember the ocean, memories die out too hard. But we were traveling the mountains just to find the loudest seas. We set down by the fire, knowing we could aim higher, but we didn't know that yet. So if you want something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here I am, 'cause I've been laying under palm trees, waiting for the summer, knowing there's nowhere to go. 'Cause I am happy on this island, wanna be my farmland. I don't ever want to leave, I'm in a tropic club. I'm in a tropic club.
Eyes blue as the ocean, you're as blue as the open sky. All these blues I can know. I was really hoping, why don't you and I come together like we can change the weather tonight.
Sorry about that, folks. I had some technical issues to deal with, and there was also a map change. So Valor is starting on the defense. Perfect. So everything's fine. So ZER0, as we see, already securing their first point. And now I am doing a switcheroo. This is what I hate about sometimes, like, doing it on the fly, as I'm still kind of new to this. So I'm just switching everything. So team 1.1 as well. Oh, wait, what? Why did that not switch? Whatever. They both have points. I don't know why that didn't switch and why I didn't catch that immediately, but now 0-1 second map 7-4. Looking a little bit better for the ZER0 squad. So it is basically evened up, as I believe it is 8-8. No. 7, 8, 9, 11-11. Actually, I believe it is 11-11. Now that I'm, yeah, I don't know why I was saying that. I believe it is 11-11. So it is truly all evened up with a pick already coming from the iconic one. A second one. Tuck's able to get out the third in Jason Voorhees. So it is already a 5-2 man disadvantage for this ZER0 squad. Spooky Splunge trying to see if we can pick out anybody, as these Valor players are being so very careful, as they kind of fumbled map number 2 after dominantly going for map 1. And they're already down 1-0 on map 3 on Arctic, which I would think is more favored towards the defense. I have seen a lot of like crazy attacks come from some of these teams, especially the middle floor, but Cybermilk able to take out Dreamer. A new player has entered for Valor. The iconic one takes out Spooky Splunge. So it is now a 4-1, now 3-1 as Cybermilk takes out Crimson, who gets a little bit too greedy, loses that gun. And Cybermilk might just be looking to see if he can get any more picks for players who are greedy. As he's pushing up a little bit there, you do see Canerip sitting close. Now elects to push up, realizing that he heard him walk up the stairs. Cybermilk might just be saving. I don't know why a potential save would be here. And he's just going to go for it, because remember in the previous map, he did not save that Vezin, and he ended up getting 2 picks, so I couldn't see why he would save the Spectral as well. But Tux able to take out Cybermilk with those comms being given to him, with all the sprinting around on the stairs, and that is a 1-1 as Valor able to tie it up for map 3 on round 3. We are now on round 3. So a lot of threes going on, and with this updated score, who do you think is going to win? I'm sorry, Goober. I had technical issues I had to deal with. There's some things going on, but I am back. I'm sorry. I really am. I did. Dude, that's my fault. I sold the first round. Will not happen again. But I did kind of see what the first round was, and it was pretty dominant towards the ZER0 side. Like, it was, I think 3-1 or 3-0, 4-0, something like that. I don't know. It was dominant. It wasn't close. But now we are headed into round 3. Shadow elects to go for that kitchen play. Canerip and Crimson sitting close on the green. As you see those trips sitting close towards that side. But there's no static this time. I'm actually kind of surprised. Usually there's static sitting over there, especially if you're on ranked, or if you're playing the game. But maybe that nade immediately is going to take out those 2 trips. So now trips are a non-factor. Flash goes out. Another nade goes out. A little bit of damage done on Jason Voorhees. Crimson automatically with that pick onto Shadow. Incen goes out. Nobody home, but it does allow this team to push up. Cybermilk going to take out Crimson. Look to see if Canerip looks to see if you can take out a second in Tux, but Tux refrags as now a 2-3. A 1-3 as Tuck's able to take out Juice, and this is looking very favorable for Valor as Tux takes out Jason Voorhees. And that is 2-1 in the hands of Valor. And they're crawling their way back. They are crawling from that last map. And this is 3 of 3. So this is do or die for both of these teams. If you want to win, you got to play like it. And Valor is currently playing like it. But, I mean, this is defensive. I would say this is a 4-2 defense. I would say if you are the attacking side, you should be pretty proud of winning at least 2 rounds on defense. If you get 3, great. But 2 is ideally, and 0 is already halfway there. But Valor, I mean, even 5-1. I mean, I feel like I would be a little bit worried possibly losing. I mean, it was the same thing I'm doing on Skyscraper, where I would be worried if I gave up a round on Skyscraper. Like, it is so defensive heavy, and we saw on map number 1 actually it was attack heavy for that Valor side, and 0 was able to capture 2 rounds for themselves on the attack. So this might be the same on this Arctic side. I'm not quite sure, but we will find out as round 4 is now in commence. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left on the clock. Wall is blown. Canerip and Crimson are both there. C4 goes out. No damage done as it just clips the edge. Tuck's able to take out Shadow. Nade goes out. Almost an S-tier frag on a Cyber Milk. Able to push back. Dreamer able to take out Juice. Spooky Sponge now pushing up. Takes out 1. Gets absolutely blasted to the wall by those trips. Canerip able to barely push back before losing a lot of health as he takes out Cyber Milk, but immediately refragged in Jason Voorhees, and now it is all up to Jason Voorhees in a 1v3, almost making it a 1v2, but Jason Voorhees able to slam the door shut, and that is a 3-1 lead for this Valor squad, trying to make it 4-1. Round 5 has commenced, and Valor, or excuse me, 0 is electing to go for a bait and switch play, but these players are not fooled as there are 4 players defending. Incen goes out. C4 almost goes out by Canerip, but Spooky Sponge able to take him out before any of that happened. But that C4 now blows up that wall. Nade goes out, no damage done. The second nade goes out, no damage done, but Tuck's able to take out Spooky Sponge, close. And we see Cybermilk, Jason Voorhees, and Juice, the 3 remaining players for 0, all in the same spot, trying to see if they can get any sort of picks close. As the nade goes out, no damage done. However, Juice starts the comeback, taking out Dreamer and the iconic one. So now they are set up to potentially win in a 3-2. Tuck's able to take out Jason Voorhees, so now it is a 2-2 as Juice and this. Okay, so Juice now elects to foam the wall, blow it, and then immediately get into B, as now B is secured, and Juice was trying to get Juice was trying to get like an Incen or something on his hip to place it down, but Tux pushed out and takes out those 2 players, and Valor up 4-1, so this is another statement win for Valor, potentially statement win, as they now are up 4-1, and this is not looking very good for this 0 squad. If they can get this round going into the second half, which if this is middle floor, correct? Yes, this is middle floor. So this is probably, if you can get it set up correctly, this is probably one of the easiest sites to attack on Arctic. Is it easy? No. It's probably the easiest on Arctic, because if you can get it set up properly, get those couple of picks that you need before entering. They're already making it a 5v3. Obviously, there's might be somebody sitting in red, potentially somebody in green. Not really in most situations, but there's almost always going to be somebody in red, maybe somebody on flank. If you can get those 2 picks down without selling any bodies, that is a 5-3, and you got both those walls open. B is completely wide open. It's kind of hard to defend if that is the case, but now this VALOR squad is completely holding this red side, but Crimson able to push up, take out Spooky Splunge, looking to see if he can get that second. A lot of damage done on that drone. Jason Voorhees able to kill Tux, and Crimson just decides to realize that he's going to die, trying to get any more picks that he can, but Cybermilk shuts the door on that immediately. Dreamer with a little bit of blind fire, Incen, and nade goes out, no damage. The Iconic One able to take out Cybermilk on that flank. Dreamer able to take out Juice. And now we're sitting at a 3v2, not very favorable for this ZER0 squad. Jason Voorhees elects to get those 2 stims and play close on that Incen. Now it seems if he can rotate, and Jason Voorhees takes out the Iconic One. And now they're going for the full rotate with that EMP in hand, as there is the Shadow sitting in sight completely. So these players are able to push up, plant the EMP with 2v2. This is looking more favorable for this ZER0 squad as a player tries to push up on the back of B, but Shadow completely tries to deny that immediately. Dreamer now pushing up on the backside. Canerip pushing up towards the connector. Can he get the picks needed? He does as he takes out Shadow, but Jason Voorhees able to refrag and Dreamer. And now it is a 1v1, but Jason Voorhees clutches up on Canerip. And that is 4-2 shutout, and I just realized my camera was on. 4-2 shutout. I apologize for doing that, but it is a 4-2 shutout by this VALOR squad. ZER0 barely able to crawl their way back, but they got 2 rounds. I mean, this is looking pretty well. I'm gonna pull this back up because middle of round, but. ZER0 is looking better. I literally... You know, it kind of sucks that I had my camera on, because that was actually good, and I'm, like, in the middle of it. I'm so mad at myself. How many subs? I am currently at 66 subs, and I want more because I'm trying to get to 100. I'm trying to beat Juice. I mean, Juice is my closest friend that I have, and I mean, I'm competitive with him, so I need to beat him in something. Can we get more subs? I need to beat him in subs. He's at like 700 or something, so I'm hoping I can get there one day. But yeah, now round 7, and again, apologies, folks, for me having my face cam on the entire time. I feel so stupid for that. Round 7 commenced. Shadow looking to see if he can take out Dreamer close, but Canerip able to take out Jason Voorhees, and we're seeing a flank rotate quickly as Crimson looks to push up and throw anything, but Spooky Splunge denies that immediately and takes out 2 players with a Spectral and a Huracan. I don't know. Tux takes out 1, Cybermilk and Shadow takes out another. So that is already 3-4. This is going to be a closer game than we saw in the original first 2 maps, folks, as VALOR won 7-3, ZER0 won 7-4. Both were up 6-1 at one point. Now ZER0 is looking to tie it up 4-4. Potentially going into round 9. I mean, this is going to be super close. I really hope that these players, or that ZER0 ends up locking in. I mean, I don't want to be biased. I am rooting for ZER0. I don't want to be biased, though. I'm going to be as non-biased as possible for a caster's point of view, but, like, I don't know. I mean, VALOR is very, very good. ZER0 is very, very good. So this is a fight of the ages. Two of the giants, I would say, of this VRML. Maybe not as giant as teams like IVI, Fusion, and Fire, but they're still giants nonetheless in their own accords, both sitting at high diamond potential to hit master for both of these teams. But now we are seeing round 8 commencing. Canerip with the iconic one sitting close on that window. Juice and Jason Voorhees or Michi elects to see if they can stop this green push, but the iconic one, Canerip, easily able to push into Jim. Dreamer looks to go across. That was a just ballsy move by Dreamer, not even be able to look if there were 2 players on the other side. But now that phone goes out. C4 goes out, a little bit of damage on the Crimson, but did not stop him as he kept moving from his tracks, and Dreamer takes out one. Juice able to take out the other. Shadow take out a third. Spooky Splunge looking to push up and didn't realize that he was there. And you saw his go and kind of contort in weird ways to try and get that pick. But ZER0 able to slam the door shut on VALOR from any sort of push that they had. Now tying it up 4-4. And it really is anybody's game, and so far it's looking very well for this ZER0 squad as they are looking to run away with it. And it's just... It's not looking... I mean, I wouldn't say it's not looking good for VALOR, because, I mean, it's tied right now, 4-4, but you haven't collected a single round on the attack so far. You need to come up with something, some sort of push to kind of stop these ZER0 players in their tracks, because they're just playing a very dominant defense. And VALOR just right now currently has no answer for this ZER0 squad. And I see a couple of players possibly on the ZER0 team. Trixie, thank you for that. But I see a couple of players for possibly the VALOR squad. I see Trixie on VALOR. Maybe a couple of ZER0 players. So let's see. Okay, yeah. I'm just not saying that, but sorry, I was reading the chat. So now we are headed into round 9, 4-4, 2 minutes, 6 seconds left on the clock. Dreamer and Crimson, along with Canerip, electing to push in close, but there is a close roamer in Shadow. A lot of wallbangs already done to Dreamer, immediately stimmed up. Drone goes out with Tux having control of this green side. Shadow now pushes down completely, and Crimson elects to go for the chase. Now pushes back. That is a flash wasted for this VALOR side. Good job by Shadow and the ZER0 side for wasting that flash. Now Shadow is liking to push back up, but Canerip already taking out Jason Voorhees or Michi. And now it is 5-4 in the favor of VALOR. Possibly looking to see if they can make it 5-3, 5-2, but Cybermilk able to shut the door on that. Tux, by taking out Tux, Crimson takes out one, Juice takes out one, Canerip takes out another, the iconic one takes out the Shadow on that flank, and Canerip is electing to push up and plant the EMP. It is all up to Cybermilk with the EMP planted. He has that Viper in hand, so he can do a little bit of damage done. We'll see how this pans out. The constant jiggle peaks pushing back and forth. He's just not able to get any damage done if you're Cybermilk, and now these players are pushing up close, but he is able to be seen by one, and Crimson takes out Cybermilk. So that is a 5-4 match for this VALOR side. They need 2 more. ZER0 needs 3 more. This could potentially be overtime, as VALOR now officially secures their first round of their attacking side. I was just informed that I did get another casters or another subscriber, so I guess we're at that subscriber count. I'm not saying it. I refuse to say it. A couple of people that know me, like Blue Slayer, I refuse to say it. So now we get into this round. Crimson taking out Shadow immediately. This seems to be an A push. Spooky Splunge able to shut down one, but not able to get the second on Cane Rip as he's able to refrag. Iconic One shows where Juice is, but Juice was able to get that C4 kill, and now he gets that second and just laughs in the face of this, of that drone as he's like, hey, do you know exactly where I am? I want to kill him, and then turn around and just flick on to the drone. I mean, that was a nice flick by Juice. Sorry for the glaze, but it was. Now Juice has that Vezin in hand after getting the pick with the Omen, and it is all up to the Iconic One, as the 3 remaining players for ZER0 are Cybermilk, Juice, and Jason Voorhees. Now the Iconic One tries to push up, but that just a beautiful insend done to do a little bit of damage, and a nice little wall bang by the Iconic One to take out Cybermilk. So you're making your chances a little bit better, but I mean, you're in a 2v1 situation. You have no money, and it is a 5-4. Like, he pushes up, gets taken out by Juice, but I don't know, chat. If you want to lean in on the input, I would have saved there. Like, it's 5-4. You're making it 5-5. You're gonna be able to. It's gonna be tied. You're gonna be able to afford a gun now, since you won the round before. You now have $1,500 minimum, which is the worst you can get. And now, if you look at it, he's only able to buy a Viper. No, it was the Iconic One. He was only able to buy an Omen. And one has a Viper as well. It's still no money on this Valor side. Cane Rip has a little bit of money. Spending a little bit to see if he can get all of the necessary util to win the round. But that was a very questionable play. You're in a 2v1 situation. You have, I mean, sure, you have all those utils. You might be able to get another pick, but that wallbang should have been it. That just made me like realize, hey, I dwindled the economy a little bit. That is good enough for me. Let me save, not screw myself over in the process. And I don't know. Am I right? Anybody who's watching, do you agree with me? Do you think he should have saved? Am I stupid? Am I thinking like a silver player and just should have pushed anyways? But like, I don't know. But now we are getting into round 11, 5-5, all tied up. Crimson with a lot of chip damage done onto himself. Or not onto himself, but C4 goes out, and an S tier C4 by Juice. That's yet another C4 kill by Juice. And he's just the greatest player of all time when it comes to C4s. I know he loves to glaze himself like that. So there you go, Juice. You are the greatest player of all time. You're just nasty with those C4s. Tuck's able to take out Cybermilk. Now Tuck's able to push up, but Juice able to take out another one. Looking to see if he can take out Cane Rip, but fails in the process. Dreamer takes out Shadow. Spooky Splunge and Jason Voorhees are the only 2 remaining players for this ZER0 squad. Takes out one in Cane Rip. Let's see if he can take out a second. He does, with that nice little flick onto Dreamer. But the Iconic One able to refrag with that Omen. Flash goes out immediately. He was able to flash him, and he does not know that he pushed behind him. And that is match point secured for this Valor squad. All they need is one more round. I mean, you can't make this up. Valor they lost the last round, won this round. If ZER0 wins this next round, it is 6-6 going to overtime, potentially 7-6 victory for one of these two teams after dominantly showing in map 1 and dominantly showing in map 2 from Valor and then from ZER0 respectively. Oh, this is anybody's game. I really have no idea. Valor is on the attack. They are up 6-5, but they are on the attack, which is why I'm like, this could really go either way. I mean, Valor, all they need to do is shut the door on this ZER0 squad, get one round. Coative now has entered the chat for ZER0, looking to change the momentum as they are now in overtime points. So we will see Coda for 2 rounds, potentially. Maybe 1. Maybe he's coming in for 1 and leaving. Taking a look at the leaderboard here, Juice at 13-7. Good job by him. Tux at 12-7. Also good job by him from both sides to secure. And I'm turning this off now. Both sides to secure their respective rounds, 6-5. And now Valor is electing to go for a basic B play. ZER0 is kind of giving up a lot of space here. So this is going to be interesting. As I said before, this is a very difficult map, or difficult floor to defend. And now that you're kind of giving them space, it's making it a little bit harder. Tux got stimmed himself and then immediately got hit, stimmed himself, and then got hit again. So that is 2 stims completely wasted for this Valor squad. Good job by ZER0 to kind of deny, I would say incidentally, deny those 2 stims for Valor. Foam goes out. Canerip sitting close on this wall, seeing if there's anybody playing close on the corner, but nobody playing close. Now likes to push up, see if he can plant the EMP. Jason Voorhees preventing that from happening, as there is just no guns in the hands, but 3 picks already. Shadow gets one with the C4, Juice gets one with the C4, Kodev gets one with the Viper, and Jason Voorhees gets another one. The iconic one gets one onto Kodev. It is 3-1. With that beautiful C4 placement by Juice and Shadow. And another pick on by Kodev. It is all up to the iconic one to potentially not bring it into overtime. But ZER0 is looking at overtime right now. And folks, this is like, can't make this up. This is exactly what I would say. I would say, like, what if the 2 maps were completely dominant? The 3rd map is just complete overtime, and it is. This is overtime match, and taking a look, ZER0 is the deciding factor for overtime, and I wouldn't be surprised if they chose defense, and they do, so they remain on defense. Shadow with 10 assists, Spooky Splunge with 9, Canerip with 8, so we see so many assists across the board for all of these teams, or for both of these teams, excuse me, and it is overtime. And I want to point out, I believe Valor is very good at attacking this site. I believe they won the 2 times they did. The first, I believe it's the very first round was pistol round, and they tried to go for a rotate, got completely screwed over on that rotate, and ended up losing on A. But them pushing B, they've done very well at actually pushing B. So I don't know. This really could be anybody's game. This is going to be close because Valor is good at attacking this B site, and it is defense. So let's find out, folks, as it is 6-6 overtime point. Crimson already with a pick onto Kodev. A lot of damage done, however, that stim in hand. So not looking good for ZER0 to start off the match, as it is already a pick lost for ZER0. Juice trying to see if he can get a little bit of wall bangs. Now has that crazy lean angle, which I don't think I have seen before. I'm surprised you haven't showed me it, but Spooky Splunge sits with Juice, Jason Voorhees, making sure there's no rotate. So it is 3v5. Technically a 3v5 in sight for B on for Valor, and this is just not looking good. Shadow tries to get one, but gets killed as Spooky Splunge able to take out Canerip. 4-3 in favor of this ZER0 squad, of this Valor squad. One is taken out in Tux. The iconic one takes out another in Spooky Splunge, and is all up to Jason Voorhees to clutch and potentially win the match. It's going to be so close, but the iconic one takes out Jason Voorhees. And that's it. That's everything. The match is over, and in dramatic fashion, like, holy crap. In dramatic fashion, we saw completely dominant over on VALOR for map 1. Completely dominant over on ZER0 for map 2. And in map 3, it was 7-6 in favor of this VALOR squad. So good job by VALOR to bend don't break on that last map, losing a couple of rounds, going down. Or no, actually, I don't think they were down at all during that match. But they did end up losing a couple rounds to tie it up, because it was 4-2, then 4-4, then 5-4 them, then 5-5, then 6-5 them, then 6-6, then 7-6. So yeah. But good job all around for both of these teams. It was a very, very exciting match that I saw. And I'm going to be signing off now because it is almost 11 o'clock and I have to go to bed. But I know, I'm old, whatever. I'm not a young, spry lad, like some people say. But I have been your host, Scorch. Thank you so much for VALOR and ZER0 for allowing me to cast their game. It was an exciting one nonetheless. Hopefully you guys get everything out of this as you can for this casting. Anyways, I've been your host, Scorch, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.